Who is the best creator in the unstable universe? If you say Flame, you probably think his videos are really entertaining and flow well. If you say Wembu, you most likely enjoy his personality and his unusual ideas. If you say Spoke, I'm sorry, but you are objectively wrong. But if you say Parrot, then you've probably realized there's something different about his approach to making scripted content. Maybe you don't know what it is, but Parrot has a specific method which has led to his recent uploads being, no joke, some of the best scripted Minecraft content I've ever seen. He follows a process which has never been seen before in the Minecraft community, yet has been widely overlooked until now. Oh, by the way, if it's not obvious, spoiler warning. What makes Parrot's videos so special? It's all about the characters. Parrot uses multiple techniques which are common enough in normal filmmaking, but which I've never seen used in Minecraft to enhance not only the character he plays, but other characters as well. In the beginning of an episode, he not only introduces a material struggle for his character, for example, getting hunted, getting hunted, getting hunted. He also introduces an emotional struggle that his character has to grow through. In other words, Parrot has character growth. It's this emotional depth that makes a story more than just some cheap entertainment. In I Got Hunted by the World's Best Minecraft Player, for example, Parrot has to learn the value of working as a team, and only then does he accept Leowick's invitation to join BAT. And I think that other members of the server are starting to realize this too. Let's take a look at How I Destroyed This Hardcore Minecraft SMP by Wembu. Throughout his entire Unstable Universe series, Wembu has acted recklessly and impulsively, basically thinking with his sword, or mace I guess, whatever. The point is, since he has the mace, he can take on unbalanced fights with ease, giving him a certain amount of overconfidence. The problem arises when Lopez hires Wembu to help her reclaim her base from Fanst and his minions. When they find out that the base is rigged with TNT, and that Fanst would rather blow the whole thing up than allow Lopez to get it back, Wembu eventually decides, despite Fanst's threats and Lopez's wariness, to just go in headfirst, guns blazing, and hope for the best. Unsurprisingly, Wembu fails to kill Fanst before he lights the TNT, and Lopez's base is destroyed. But then, Wembu does something extremely out of character. He apologizes to Lopez. He recognizes that his recklessness is the reason her base is gone. This is the perfect setup for a character arc where Wembu learns to be less reckless and more humble. Anyway, coming back from that tangent, let's talk about supporting characters. It's not just Parrot who experiences character growth. All of his most recent videos have focused on developing one of the secondary characters as well. In I Got Hunted by a Minecraft Redstone Genius, Daraptu learns to stand up for himself. In I Got Hunted by Minecraft Bounty Hunters, Jumperoo makes sacrifices for the greater good, among those being her position at BAT. In I Got Hunted by a Minecraft Hacker, Newfly learns the importance of being your own self. In Hunting a Minecraft Player Who Doesn't Exist, Leowick learns to put away his anger and rise above it. My personal opinion is that Newfly's arc is the most well written, but either way, developing secondary characters is an undeniably effective way to enhance the story if it's done right. The reason some of Parrot's antagonists are so good is because they are foils for Parrot. Whatever the theme of the episode is, they show its opposite side. It's real me, the bestest and most deadliest player in all of Minecraft. He's a lone wolf who relies on nobody but himself, while the video he's featured in is a story about teamwork and interdependence. The contrast is clear once you notice, and Parrot takes numerous steps to make it as plain to the viewer as possible why this is. For example, Dill Pickle. At first, he seems just like a comic relief character, only there to add a bit more color to the story, but in reality, he exposes It's Real Me's aversion to working together like nothing else in the story does. Dill Pickle repeatedly and insistently asks It's Real Me to train him, even going so far as to wear It's skin, but It's refuses because
I work alone.
even when Dill Pickle undeniably helps It's Real Me by pointing out Parrot and Leowick to him, it still insists on doing things by himself. If he had accepted Pickle's offer and they had teamed up to fight Parrot and Leowick together, things might have gone differently. Though its real me does end up winning that fight regardless, his defeat comes soon after when Parrot is running from him through a sealed and locked down bounty assassin team headquarters. Its real me eventually corners Parrot, who has no means of escape, and the situation looks hopeless until Leowook and the rest of Bat swoop in to save Parrot with the power of teamwork and friendship, and its real me runs away. Soon after, Parrot apologizes to Bat and thanks them for saving him before finally taking up Leowook's offer of becoming a team member. Mr. Cube makes his first appearance when he sends Parrot falling into a lava trap. Parrot logically concludes as he is falling that there's no need to go to the trouble of pulling out Elytra or Ender Pearls, since he already has a Totem of Undying that will protect him. Unfortunately for Parrot, the lava trap is actually a disguised void trap, because Mr. Cube had a more calculated plan than Parrot. The message is clear: Parrot cannot defeat Cube by outthinking him. Throughout that video, the team makes multiple attempts to beat Cube by outsmarting him, but they always fail. Forsey literally says to Parrot,
"He always has some plan and always thinks ahead with everything that he does. Do you think you can beat him at his own game?"
And all of this just serves to make the final confrontation more exciting. Cube tells Parrot to choose one of 12 different hallways, of which only one is safe. It's here that Cube admits that Parrot has in the past taken actions that Cube wouldn't have expected. Parrot responds to this with,
"Because I just had a bad feeling about it."
But this pales in comparison to what happens next. Cube activates the TNT and tells Parrot to choose a hallway, and I'll let the scene speak for itself.
There were 12 possible paths that I could have taken, but I didn't take any of them. Not because I had some calculated plan. Not because I was trying to outsmart Cube. I don't know why I stayed there. I just knew I had to.
Eventually, all the 12 hallways blow up around Parrot, leaving him unharmed, not because he was cleverer than Cube, but simply because he felt like it. Okay, it sounds a little silly when you say it like that, but this is a clear-cut case of logic versus instinct. Cube uses logic, Parrot follows his instincts, Parrot wins. I don't have much to say about True Original. I'm pretty sure he symbolizes arrogance since he brags about being the most powerful player on the server, wastes precious time toying with his victims, and eventually dies because he's overconfidently standing out in the open, but I'm not 100% sure. Leave a comment if you have a different idea. But anyway, let's compare these antagonists to Flamefrag's enemies in solo player versus toxic Minecraft team. This team's whole thing is that they're all super toxic. Honestly, this is a pretty relatable experience because we've all come across excessively toxic players at one point. Flame's response to their attack on his base is, understandably, to fight back, and his response to their toxicity is, understandably, to be just as toxic right back at them. Throughout the video, Flame in his frustration makes several irrational decisions, eventually leading him to the unfavorable position of standing directly above a TNT trap. This is the climax of the video, and if Flame has learned anything from the past about the futility of toxicity, then he'll somehow escape the trap by realizing that words only hurt if you allow them to, and that you can never win through negativity. Nope, he just survives with a Turtle Master Potion because he's the immortal demon. I think that this is a huge missed opportunity for Flame to add some real depth to his character. So, Parrot gives his stories emotional depth by developing his own character, developing secondary characters, and reflecting that development using his antagonists. If you want some general tips on how to tell a good story in Minecraft, I recommend this video where I list and break down several pointers for writing a high quality story. Have a nice day!